Afternoon, friends and viewers. I think that my style of my videos has developed and evolved into a spe- into a specific, recognizable format. And I was thinking about it, and I thought maybe I was thinking about it, and although I think it might not fall into everybody's taste or preference of video style, this has now become my style. And to reiterate what Simone said about her collage abstract art that she does, is that it makes her happy. And I think that is all that is really important. And how stupid or silly my video editing style might seem to some, it makes me happy. I like doing it that way. I get an immense amount of satisfaction and pleasure in doing my videos like that. But I have given it some thought, and I thought what I'm basically doing is a video visual representation of a crossover between scrapbooking and journaling. Now, scrapbooking is like a photo album which has grown and evolved into a very expensive, but if you really invest your time in that as a hobby, I think a very rewarding end product hobby, where they uh, really put the photos in frames and ribbons and all sorts of little trinkets and nice little stuff on a page and around the photos. Really an art form, I would say, in its own right. That's scrapbooking. Diarizing, keeping a diary, is more just writing um, sort of on in a calendar form diary, what's happened today. And I'm not talking about a diary that you use for appointments. I think keeping a diary has also developed into and evolved into journaling, keeping a journal. And on YouTube, that has also developed into a complete and total skill and art form on its own. It's a more sophisticated way of keeping a diary, uh, where they use some art, some collaging, some scrapbooking, and also writing, um, but not just what happened to them in that day or what was special, but also little pieces or little poems or whatever. And very nice. Those books become thick books like that, and I love when they page through it, the sound. You know, when you handle paper a lot, then the sound of it changes. And when they page through it and they show the pockets, where they made little pockets with ribbons and secret stuff stuck in there. I love it. Very time consuming, but I think a nice, relaxing um, hobby to do. Maybe less expensive than scrapbooking if you make a lot of the stuff yourself, which I think journaling is about. But my point is, I think my video style is sort of a crossover between, and it just happened. It wasn't really intentional, it just happened. And I now like doing it that way. A crossover between scrapbooking and journaling, but in a video vlog visual format with music to it. And I'm very meticulous in my choice of music. If I can find a suitable song to put to what I do in the video, which is not always possible because although Artlist has got a very extensive library, some of the stuff is just bad. And I haven't really found any really good pieces of music that I used. I've got a few favorites, but I also don't want to use it over and over again. I'm digressing. I've got that element uh, which I'm privileged to add to a video. And then I also have the advantage that my little stuff moves around. But now I thought it would be nice to have a name for it, like Simone, that has given her art movement Simonism a name. Very appropriate. The way that she described what her art has evolved into, spot on. Absolutely spot on. And I thought it would be nice if I can come up with a name for a vlog video moving form of a crossover of scrapbooking and journaling in hard form. And that is what I am struggling with now. Because once I get a name for it, then that is how I am going to promote my vlogging in my channel from now on. Because I think that is exactly what it is. So if you have any suggestions, if you can come up with anything which might describe my video style, then I would really appreciate it. I do think I will once again throw the YouTube algorithm a curveball because it would be a word that it most probably had never come across or heard of. But I think if I maybe push it enough, then it might become a style. So I just wanted to run that by you. And thank you again for listening and watching my videos, appreciating my work. I must say, just before I now end off this video completely, it is very time consuming. Just like scrapbooking and journaling is time consuming, editing like this is also time consuming. It is taking up a lot of time because I am meticulous as well. I make sure that my shooting stars timing is exactly right, and the little fairies with the fairy dust, I had to add the fairy dust. It didn't come out of the little wand by itself. And then it must move in the right direction and land in the right place on the right time. So there's a lot of time and effort going into these videos, although it might not look like it. And I must also look up the appropriate quotes, which I try to match something that's going on in the video. It is time consuming and it takes me away from my viewers' channels, I think, a little bit, which I don't think they really appreciate. But I must find a balance somewhere because at this point in time, I don't really have much of a life. and I don't have much time left over, and I don't really want to just spend my time with my nose in my phone 24/7. So I grapple with a lot of stuff at this point in time. I'm not really in a very good headspace as far as my YouTube journey is concerned, because if you see how you lose watch hours, if you just take a day or two off and decide to relax a little bit. I lost 33 watch hours in 3 days. It just broke my spirit. 33 watch hours. Anyway, guys, I'm going to end this video. I'm going to say thank you for watching and supporting my channel. And I hope to see you in the next one. Goodbye.